right, YouTube, it's just lovely, and today we're discussing clutter. Uh, I'm gonna show y'all my room. Let's just get into it. Well, I recorded some and then it got deleted, so here we are, still halfway through the cleanup of the clutter. So my room, which I cannot believe I just showed you all, typically is not necessarily organized or neat, but it's particularly bad because my clutter gets worse during times of emotional distress. So, earlier this year, I went to Ghana, had the trip of my life, went with one of my very close friends, mentee's sisters, who actually was one of the reasons why I even went on the trip. And she passed away on the plane on the way back from Ghana when she was finishing her leg of her trip. And that happened at the end of January after we had spent 2 wonderful weeks together. And basically, life had to continue going on, and my brain just was stalled out. So I still was going to work, still was washing clothes, still feeding myself. But as far as household chores, like the bedroom honestly falls low on my category of my priority list because there's no food in here. There's no bodily functions happening in here. All I do really in here is sleep and get dressed. So I would just be washing clothes and just throwing them in here because I didn't have the emotional capacity to do it. But that was a month ago. You know, life has to go on. So I have now the capability and the and the capacity to deal with it. So here we are. And that also just kind of made me realize that I need to just declutter my life. I'm trying to equate clutter with cash in my brain. And I say that because I realize that every time I have something in my house, even if I spent two, three, four, $5 on it, right? Like it doesn't really matter if it doesn't have a place or a function in your house, because even if you got something that was cheap, like, oh, I only paid $5 for it, if you don't have anywhere to put it and you're stepping over it or just stuffing it in a drawer or on a bookshelf or something of that nature, that's $5 that could have been in your pocket. And I'm actively in the midst of trying to figure out what to do with my life. And they squeezing more money out of us. We need the dollars. That's a lock sock that I had just found. I forgot what I'd done with it. So I'm trying to equate cashes into clutter. And these shoes here actually are my friend's shoes, the one that passed, because before she left, she ordered a lot of shoes and she wanted me to bring some things to her, and that just didn't fit in my suitcase. So clutter, get rid of it to the best of your ability, because if you're worried about cash, get rid of the clutter. Bye, guys.